about the audition process, and I have a million and one questions about what it means to audition for a Scream movie. Like, how much do you know about the character that you're playing the first time you go in? What type of scene do they have you audition with? Is it more of a one-on-one conversation, or is it a scare scene? Just tell me anything.
My story with Scream is interesting and unexpected. It was very surprising for me. It was in the middle of the pandemic, summer of 2020. We were like in the thick of it. We all thought that it was going to last 2 weeks to a month and then it was going to be over. And we're in the middle of summer. No one can go out and like do the normal things or vacation and travel. We're all stuck inside, all sad and depressed. At least I was. And I was like, when am I ever going to work again? And I get a call from my team and they're like, they're making another Scream movie. And I was like, they're making another one? Like, how long has it been since the last one? It's been 10 years. And they were like, yeah, they're making another one. And there's a part that you're very right for. They're still like, they're making a list of like potential actresses and we're pitching you. And I was like, okay. And they were like, are you interested? Are you like, do you like Scream? And I was like, I love Scream. Yes. And they were like, okay, we're going to keep pushing. And then like a few weeks later, they're like, now they have a list of actresses. You're in that list. And they want to audition you guys via Zoom. And I had already done like a couple of auditions via Zoom. Auditions are already the worst thing in the world. They're so nerve-wracking. It's so unfair to like ask someone to show you all their skills in like 2 minutes and, not act with another actor because it's usually a reader. Like, it's just the worst possible scenario to showcase if you're good or not. And then add the technology of like, you're on a screen. I was like, what is this audition going to be like? Like, am I going to be acting like a chase scene, like sitting at a desk with a screen? Like, I was just like thinking of the worst possible scenario and thinking that I was going to feel so stupid in front of a computer doing that. Are they going to have me like yelling? Like, I was just like, I don't want to scream at a computer, at a monitor. Their audio is going to like blow out and it's going to be awful. So they were like, we're going to get you a script. And I was like, yeah, I want to read the script first. I want to see what the part is. Because they were secretive up until that point. They sent me the script, obviously with an alternate ending. It wasn't the ending that we end up having in the movie. But I read the script and I loved the part. I loved Sam. I thought it was a very interesting character, a complicated character. I always gravitate towards like troubled women that have like some kind of trauma. I think they're more interesting. And I was like, I love this. I thought the script was really good. I binged watched the first 4 movies. They're like, they're going to have you audition on Thursday, but we're trying to get you to meet with the directors on Wednesday or on Tuesday. I don't remember, like at some point before the audition. So I was like, okay. I met with Matt, Tyler, Chad, William, our producer, and Jamie, one of the writers, via Zoom. And it was just a casual, like getting to know you kind of. I want to see their vision for the script. I want to see their vision for the character so that I can do well in my audition. And it ended up being like an hour and a half Zoom of just talking about life and scary movies and the movies that we like. And funnily, they asked me, like, do you remember a movie that really scared you and scarred you? And I was like, yeah, what was this called? Like, I didn't remember the title of the movie. But I remembered that it was about a tooth fairy, like a scary tooth fairy. And at the time when I watched it, my room was in a mezzanine and the creature would fly up and like through the window, you could see it. And it was a Dementor type of creature. And so I remember describing that and they all start laughing. And I'm like, what's going on? And they were like, is it Darkness Falls? And I was like, yes, that's it. That's the movie that traumatized me. And they were like, Jamie was like, that's the first movie that I wrote. And William was like, that's the first movie that I produced. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And if I were a better actor and more prepared, I would have known that. Like, I would have researched them and I would have known that that's the movie that they did. But I didn't. It was like completely spontaneous. Anyway, I loved them and I was like, this movie is going to be a blast. Like, I can tell that it's going to be special because of them and I just hope that I get to be a part of it. I hung up. I started preparing for my audition. the next day I get a call from my team and they're like, so we got a call from Project X and from Radio Silence, and apparently your Zoom went really well. And I was like, okay, cool, because I really like them. They're like, yeah, they offered you the part. And I was like, what? They were like, yeah, they just offered you the part. You don't have to audition anymore. I was like, that was the first time that ever happened in my life. And I was just, in that moment, I was so happy and so relieved that I didn't have to audition, but I was also petrified because I was like, now when I show up and they see me act, what if they hate me and they fire me on the spot? You know, like it was just like a whole mix of emotions. And then I had to do a Zoom audition with Jenna. They were casting, someone to play my sister, and they had a few actresses and I had to read with them. And I considered that my audition as well. And I just bombed. I just felt like I sucked. I was like, they're for sure gonna fire me after this. And they didn't, thank God.